Welcome to Tools, Tech, and Gear. I'm Seth. This is the LaserPecker. It's a laser engraver that is able to engrave into leather, paper, cardboard, all different kinds of things. So let's go ahead and set this up and see what it looks like. The first thing to note is that this carrying case is quite nice. Definitely protects the material inside quite well. So it's a suede on the outside, has the LaserPecker logo there in the front, and then the zipper opens all the way up. It has a plastic carrying handle that pops out like that, and it's just nice. Even the zippers have a plastic tab on them to make it easier to open up. So there's actually stuff on both sides of the case. So first of all, this right here is a magnetic protective covering. So you can pop these pieces together and it will protect your eyes from seeing that laser. We'll get to that more in just a moment. Up under here, this is the stand that the laser is going to go onto. It opens up like this, and then your laser will fit right in here, and you'll have a nice flat surface to work with. We'll get to that in a moment as well. Here is a little tripod, so you can actually set up this unit to go right here and do a quick engraving without having to use the big stand. Right here is the laser itself. You got your power input. Right here is where it can connect to the tripod. And then you have your mirrored laser down there. Here's your power adapter with the USB. And then this goes from the stand to the laser. So we'll get to all this in just a moment. Now, over here on this side, you've got some green laser protective glasses. I'll definitely be wearing those. And then you've got some test material in here. So different papers and wood, and there's some pieces of leather as well. So we'll give that a try. There's also this ruler that will allow you to do your conversions from imperial to metric, because this laser is going to work in the metric system. It also has a couple of little user manuals, and also this really nice platform here that you can place down and get your exact measurements of where your piece of art is going to be engraved. First of all, let's take a look at the little stand. So it is all aluminum, which is nice and durable. It pops open like this, and then once again like this right here, and that makes your 90 degree to the surface, so it's no guesswork in printing or using the laser engraver. And then so the actual engraver here just fits right down into this rubber footprint like that. And then on top of that, there's this little bitty USB power cord. And so I'm just going to plug one end of this into the USB here on top, and the other side goes into the USB Type-C here on the engraver. Looking something kind of like that right there. And then next, I can hook up the engraver to the power by using this USB and the adapter here. It's kind of an awkward angle to show, but right up under here is where that USB is going to plug up to. So get that snapped into place right there. I've used the QR code to install the app. I'm going to open it up here and go through all of the different things I have to go through. Read the terms and agreements. And now I need to plug up the power to this unit to go ahead and get started here. In order to get the LaserPecker connected to your phone, you need to turn on both your GPS and your Bluetooth. I have the laser set up, and the Bluetooth is searching for a device because the blue plus sign is blinking up top. So let me go ahead and start the LaserPecker app, and then I can go up into the corner and connect through the Bluetooth option here. Bluetooth has now been turned on. The device is being searched for. It has now found it. Okay, and we are connected. You're brought to this screen to enter in your email address and your PIN. Now I can go ahead and begin doing my first engraving. So first thing I want to do, let's set up a piece of wood here. Something about like that. Now in the app I can click on the examples and we can select one of these options here. Let's do this paw print. And I mentioned earlier that it was in metric, but here it's showing up in imperial, so I don't know. All right, let's do 1 inch by 1 inch, and file name doesn't matter. We can start the preview. First of all, it says verify that the space is secure. So I'm going to go ahead and install the shield, and to do that I just simply connect with the magnets here. Now because I want you to be able to see what's going on, I'm going to leave this back side open, and then I'm going to put on my safety glasses here. So now it is safe. I have to type in my password, so for me I just put 6 zeros. Alright, now if I zoom in, you'll be able to see that it is doing a preview on the surface. It's a 1 inch by 1 inch. And so on my app, I'm going to say quit the preview because that looks good. And now I can press next to begin. Alright, file is in transit. I'm going to do, the material is going to be wood, confirm. The power, I'm going to do 70%, confirm. Depth, 80%. That looks good. Let's just do 55 here, and then pass 1 and start. 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Confirm. There are a lot of different checks that this thing has before it will actually start engraving. All right, and we are a go. Now I'm not seeing anything here, so let me stop this. Let's quit, confirm. All right, let's go back home, do this example again, but this time let's do 1 inch by 1 inch. And we'll do wood again, 100%, and in depth we'll stick with 80 like it had before, and we'll see if this does a better job at getting this visible. There we go. Now we're seeing something. One cool thing about the app is that it shows the percentage of the completed project. So here we're looking at 5 and 6% as it slowly burns away at this wood. Alright, I'm going to let this do its thing, and we'll see what it looks like in just a moment. There we go. Took right at 8 minutes to get that single pass done. Let's take a look at our results. I'm going to remove our safety shield. And there we go. So it looks like a single pass had just a little bit of spill over, but not too bad at all. And as far as depth goes, yeah, I can actually feel just a little bit. I don't know if it's even a millimeter or not. Cool. All right, let's give it a try with the custom text next. I'm going to go into the Creation tab here, and I'm going to go ahead and click and put some text in. Let's just say all capitals, pause, and confirm. All right, and you can change things like the different font here, so solid or hollow or tilt, but I'm just going to do that right there. And then you can do different alignments. Okay, and now I'm going to click the next button up here. And let's do this width 1 inch like we had with the paw. I'm going to start a preview here. And what that's going to do is basically just allow me to see where this is going to be on the laser. And so if I move this to where I want it, so now I can quit the preview, go next, and let's do, once again, go to wood, 100 for the power, depth 80, and let's do a start. It's going to say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, confirm, and then allow that to go again. It does one simple pass around there, and then it starts to put that burn in. And there we go. That is complete in 1 minute and 44 seconds. Very nice. The custom design with the paws works well with the preset engraving there. All right, let's try something new. How about we move over to a piece of leather so we can place this strip right in here, and I guess we'll write a word right in here on this piece of leather and see how that does. Going back into the app, I'm going to hit the Creation tab once again. Double click this, and let's say Tools, Tech, and Gear. Confirm that. Shrink it down just a little bit there. Place it here. Push the next button. Let's say our width is going to be, I guess, 2.5 inches. Let's see how that does. And then start our preview. Make sure my glasses are on here. Push yes. I feel like for this test that's good enough. Let's quit the preview. And now let's go to next. File is being transferred from the phone over to the engraver. Let's find leather now. Confirm that. Let's do power at 80. And the depth is at 90. I don't know what those mean, but let's go ahead and do a start anyway. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And confirm. And once again, the workplace is fine. And it's going to do one pass along here. And then it's going to begin the engraving. Looks like this one may take a little while, so I'm going to stop the screen recording here. Okay, and this one is now complete. Let's take a look at it. Well, I can say that burning leather is not as pleasant as the burning wood smell, but that turned out really cool. Tools, Tech, and Gear. I'm going to be giving this laser engraver to a friend of mine who does leather works, and so I want to test out something with this coaster. I want to put a logo on there. So let me load up the app real quick, and we will try to put a custom order on there. Okay, so I'm going to go to the album over here and click the gallery, and then I can go down to a logo file, for instance this one right here, and I think that grayscale, if it will do it, is the way to go. So let's go ahead and click the check there. Let's do this 2 inches by 2 inches. Might take a little while. While that's transferring over from the phone to the engraver, I'm going to get our protective shields back up to make sure it doesn't hurt the eyes. Well, let me quit this real quick because I want to start a preview before I get too crazy with the transfer. So I want to try to center this as best I can. Well, it's hard to tell exactly where the center is on this. If you used it often enough, you would probably have a better idea. All right, quit the preview, and now I'm ready to do the transfer. Display shows it's going to take about a minute and a half or so to get that transferred. So I'm going to leave off the screen recording, but once this happens, we will be ready to go again. All right, the transfer is now complete from the phone over to the engraver. We'll go ahead and once again do leather here, power 70. Depth I'm going to change to 85 because before it was just a little bit deep. So let's do that, and let's begin the start here. Grayscale on my image did not seem to do anything, so I have now moved over to the pencil option. I've cropped the image to fit in here nicely, and now I can start the preview to see how this is going to look on the piece. And I can check my laser to make sure it's going to be within my piece of leather here. And one thing I didn't mention before, there's actually a show center point. So I can do that, and now I can kind of eyeball where that center point is going to be, and I could even take the included ruler and I could see, you know, we got 2 inches there, and now I can go back in and say continue the preview and just make sure this fits within my piece of leather. Pretty close. Close enough for my liking. Alright, quit the preview. Next, once again it's going to transfer that file. Now it's taking a little bit longer this time. Looks like I may actually have increased the size, hopefully, because the previous test was tiny and didn't work out very well. So hopefully we'll get a full-size coaster on this one. I'm going to drop the power down to 70. Drop the depth down to about 75 and begin. My camera battery stopped right before this got finished with the time lapse, but man, that turned out pretty good. The Seth Craft Workshop. It's one of my other YouTube channels. So you can always adjust the depth and the strength there, and it may cut that a little less deep. But anyway, looking good. So words do well. You can do logos, and you can do custom logos. And of course, my friend already did his Samcraft over here on that ruler. Nice, I like it a lot. LaserPecker Engraver works remarkably well. The app is incredibly intuitive and has worked flawlessly. Now, it would be a bit of a learning curve to know exactly what settings to put the laser on for wood and leather and paper, and just to make sure you don't cut through or make it too bold. So definitely we have to play with that a bit. But as far as functionality goes, I like this a lot. So I'm going to be giving this to a friend of mine who has a leather working business, and he will be putting his name and logo on leather all the time. So that last time took about 15 minutes to get a logo that size. So it's not going to be super quick, but it's very effective. So this is my first time to ever use this product, and I like it a lot. Pros and cons, I like it. I don't really see anything about this thing that I don't like, and everything worked out right out of the box. All right, if you want to learn more about the LaserPecker, this is the Pro version, the L1 Pro, and so I'll have a link to this in the description down below so you can get more information on it. Thanks for watching. I'm Seth with Tools, Tech, and Gear, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.